butterfly. I'm gonna die today. I am an 11-ton butterfly.
So we were talking about Jesus today, and the whole narrative just being fake. And I find it so strange how difficult it is to find opponents, find people that disagree with me and can help me gain the understanding that so many have. Because I just don't, I look at the narrative, I look at the information given, the evidence or lack thereof provided, and I can't just subscribe and be like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and overlook all the pedophile stuff, and I'm gonna, overlook all the opulence and overlook all the bullshit that you're constantly associated with. Overlook the fact that you don't stand up to Israel, any of it. I'm gonna overlook all of that because your thing says I need to, and if I do, when I die, then everything gets better. And boy, I get a mansion. I don't know. I'm not supposed to think of myself as I'm better than or whatever, but I think I'm better than you. You do all this for what you're told is personal gain, personal reward. At the end of the day, you're hoping that your God will show you favor and that you get to go to heaven when you die. You get your mansion. And because of that promise, that idea, it's promised to you for when you, like, what the fuck? Who are you going to hold responsible? Who are you going to hold accountable when you're dead and it's not true? But you see this bullshit narrative not backed up by anything that is responsible for just the worst atrocities known to man, and you're just okay with it. You're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna keep believing in that, even though, again, it only benefits like a small portion of the population in real life. Of course, when you die, everybody gets it, but in real life, while you're alive, it doesn't work that way. You don't get to call the church when you're having a rough go and you need some help paying your bills or something like that. Shit doesn't work that way. The church isn't cool like that.
I don't remember when I realized I'll never play pro ball. Somewhere around 25.
There was a story over the summer or last year or whatever where it was that this woman had her baby on the steps of the Vatican. And the Vatican was so great because they took this woman in and they helped her out. The thing is, she had been there for weeks. She had been begging for help and they wouldn't help her. The only reason they helped her is because she had a fucking baby on their doorstep, and that shit made some headlines. But then, the spin comes in that they're just so great. Look how they helped this woman. They didn't help this woman because they had to or because they wanted to. They helped her because they had to. It's the worst. They're just awful. The only time in my, since I started doing whatever the fuck this is, the only time I've ever heard the church even speak about the Israel-Palestine thing, or at least I had heard it, and maybe they've done it a couple of times. I don't hear it. I definitely don't hear about the church openly condemning what's going on. But the only time I heard the church say anything about it was October 7th, when they were condemning the Palestinians for finally standing up. If that shit was real, then that's, I mean, it clearly it wasn't. But it's like, whether they're Christians or not, the Vatican, who cares about, life, who shouldn't require you to believe their shit in order to help you. The Vatican's been, dead silent on this whole thing. Nothing. They have nothing to say. There's no condemnation for the genocide going down. I mean, maybe it's starting to happen. And I was telling this story on the previous video about Quinn O'Flynn, whatever his fucking name is. And so many of these other people who, like, he did this video where he was saying that prior to October 7th and even after October 7th, he supported Israel. And it wasn't until he started asking some questions, finding some holes in the story and then asking questions that, and then, being mistreated for asking these questions, that he was like, oh, well, fuck you then. And he's saying, I was aware of everything that's going on. I supported Israel. Meaning you weren't just one of these blind, you were actually in support of Israel. And it wasn't until they were mean to you that you finally were like, oh, that's not okay. They've been killing children and people and genocide for 75 plus years, and you were okay with it then. And he even said at the end of the video, and I still might be a supporter of Israel if you guys, start answering questions, stop being so mean to me, basically. And I just think like there's nothing good about that. That guy's not a good guy. That guy's a motherfucker. That dude's a motherfucker. He's all about himself. And most people are. Most people fit that bill. Fit that mold. And it's like my neighbor. I always talk about her, and I had talked about her a little bit, and I had gotten sidetracked. But the psilocybin trip, where you take a little bit of psilocybin and it it helps you get through some shit. Whether you got smoking, addicted to pills, addicted to whatever, it's supposed to help you in this process of getting through things. And she said that she had taken this shit and she was gone. She was so fucked up, and she said she was screaming and crying for Jesus to come help her. And there was nothing. There was silence. And because of that, she questioned her faith. And the story was presented to me like, well, look, she's starting to question things and yada. And I'm like, all that shows me is what a selfish prick you are. If it takes something happening to you before you give a shit, you're not righteous. You're selfish. And that's what most of you are. You're just selfish pricks. I have literally no stake in anything Palestinian. I'm not Palestinian. None of my family is. Nobody I know. I know one dude that I grew up with that's family was from Palestine, and I don't talk to that dude anymore. I literally have no connection to it at all, other than my money, my tax dollars being stolen and not being used on my community, and instead given to this psychopathic regime to commit their genocide. Other than that, I have no stake in this whatsoever. And nobody had to tell me to think it was wrong to not support Israel. As a matter of fact, I'm an American, so I've been forced into this supporting Israel role my entire life. Forced into, you can't question anything Israel my entire life. And that bullshit is everywhere. It's the only thing you see. You don't see anybody, pushing the questioning, or at least you didn't. In the last 5 years or so, that number has increased dramatically increased. And it's a great thing to see how many people are questioning things and all that. But I can't help be cynical about it and be like, where the fuck were you guys? You were the truthers telling me I was a bad truther because I've been saying this the whole time. You were the truthers telling me that I can't say this and I can't say that and I need to edit this and and that shit that's bullshit. And I'm glad that you're here now, but I hope you're here now for the right reasons. And when you get a guy like Quinn O'Flynn, who is allowed to have all of these, or whatever his fucking name is, Flynn O'Quinn, I don't know, who's allowed to have a huge following like that, he is an influencer. You have to see that for what it is. Because at the end of the video, again, he says, and I still might support Israel if they start answering. Like, he's still leaving the door open that there's something salvageable about Israel, that there's something good about Israel. And there's literally not. There's nothing. So why would he leave that door open? Other than he's getting his $7,000 a month. And I think it's kind of interesting how that $7,000 a month story has been obliterated. Nobody talks about it. Nobody's done any sort of investigation into it. I think it's crazy when you look at the Charlie Kirk narrative and you see how the citizen journalist is just destroying that shit and looking at every piece, and every single person you can imagine is talking about it. All the truthers, all these people who were patriots and gun enthusiasts, and all these people are now Charlie Kirk conspiracy people. And yet, when Trump supposedly got shot in the ear that grew back, where's the investigation into that? I would love to see a really proper, well-done investigation into that. A movie like Route 51, that was made over about the Vegas shooting. There are all these guys. Coop makes great videos. I always ask Coop why he won't do a video on Christianity, but and I can't stand him because he pushes Christianity like he does. And at this point, if you're telling me that you're a truther who is still a Christian, you're bought and sold. You're paid for. How can you stop your truther journey at Christianity? What part of Christianity makes sense? What part of Christianity controls Christianity? Control scheme, Jewish control scheme narrative, conspiracy narrative. What part of Christianity comes across as easily truthful? What part of Christianity doesn't require faith? It's just fucking, it doesn't make any sense. Well, it doesn't make any sense the way that you want to say the world works. It makes sense. Everything makes sense. Everything always makes sense. But, the way that we're told the world works, the way that you want to think the world works, I voted, and those kind of people, then the world that we're shown doesn't make sense. The narrative we're given doesn't make any sense. Sliders were played.
They splatter my face with that
Crybaby shit.
but shown a better way.
Like bananas, they split.
No one admits they're in control. It's not that they quit, their dies never fold. They fight to keep hold because it's all they know. Their dog is too old for new tricks in the show. But these bimini roads will lead us to Atlantis.
These bimini roads will lead us to Atlantis. By acknowledging holes, we can accept olive branches. Oh, do you know how good that is? Do you know how good that is? I mean, seriously. Incorporating philosophy and all that shit. Come on, it's beautiful. I remember this song is very old, but oh, that was an accident. Somebody hit the bus. Where's the bus hit something? And I remember it was raining that day, and I was sitting in the car at the valet, and I was watching the rain fall. And it dawned on me, let's rip that hook. Yo, yo, yo! Hello, hello! I beg your forgiveness and plead for your help. See, I'm only your witness and phony myself. I do know if you've never Oh shit.
You felt is pretty pathetic compared to the leaded, fully octane emotion embedded when you are to blame. It's not hard to explain. It's really quite simple. If you make the face, you create the dimple. If you're looking to grin, you'll need to be clever. There's only one spin to off every endeavor.
Oh shit. I can go in the freeways again. I forgot I can go in the freeways again. What the fuck is this doing? Recalculate, motherfucker. That's so funny. I totally forgot I could go on the freeways again. Our old car couldn't do it, but our new car can. I haven't driven on the freeways in so long. It's like a kind of an intimidating experience because I haven't done it in so long. I don't like driving on the freeways. Never have. I like seeing the world. Blah blah blah. We have genocide jokes, people. How aren't they that funny? Who makes those jokes? If it's not friars, then who the fuck is it? Like, you have to be just an awful human being to do shit like that. Is this so difficult today? What on reload, fuckface? Alright, well, at least it's down this way a bit. Hopefully this shit is reconnecting or something. Reconnecting! Trying to reconnect. Wow, this whole shit's all shut down. That's why it took me this way. Wow, that's interesting.
Missing with a convenient operation. If the lies are all we're living, then death is their salvation. So this verse is the one where the metaphors fall behind. No more cheeks with tongue. Have you lost your goddamn mind? I know the sheep are blind. We seem to see what they want shown. But is your view what they call mine, or is what you think your own? Thoughts and therefore home to the resistance that they fear.
Man, this is weird.
No, you're not alone. Support was far beyond the mirror. Their dominance is years, millennia in the making. Their tactics may seem weird that way you thank them for
We
their
need some new
taking
wipers.
your rights while shaking, faking you right out of contention. The globe they keep reshaping hides the curve they always mention. But for disruption of the class, I just have a simple seems to ask, how come our dumbass buys the weak distraction? The actor Rudy tries to pass, all bets having traction. How come no one is unmasking the fact that
Donald cheated.
and we're predictably reacting to his latest garbage tweeted? So where's the first lady? I wonder her opinion on her husband.
All right.
Shady, not the porn star payouts given. But the thing is, she's been missing with the convenience.
Searching for GPS, it says.
Lies are all we're living, then
There it is. It found the GPS.
he cheated on his wife,
So,
and they have her hidden.
so when I have it laying on my lap, it can't find the GPS that's supposedly coming from the satellites. But when I pick it up like this, and it can catch the signal coming from the ground-based system, then it connects right away. Isn't that interesting?
And the stink he would have made about it.
But it's all satellites. Don't worry. GPS is satellite stuff.
For shame. You were so mad when Clinton seduced the intern. But now nobody cares that Trump paid a porn star.
He paid a porn star.
He cheated on his wife while he was running for president, and nobody in the news is saying that.
Mm-mm.
Who is controlling that little bit of information? Not TBG, baby. Not TBG.
Oh. You know, again, I'd love to talk about so many other things, but the reality of it to me is that Christianity is easily their biggest weapon. It's more powerful than the schools. It's more powerful than you know, television and all of the other weapons that they have. Jesus, it looks so slick out here. It's crazy. I do not like driving on the freeway. Shit is weird.
What's happening?
Or riding on the freeway, I should say, because I have my driver driving. Still, it's just as scary.
Why don't you go ahead and come
Just as not fun.
Sunday too?
Matter of fact, being in somebody else's control is even scarier.
Tomorrow. I almost forgot.
But he is a professional, so.
Come in on Sunday.
It's okay.
Okay, but like burn the building down. I think that once a day at least. Counting as the minutes drown, I save life away. But gee, see what I think is kinda neat.
Reconnecting, trying to reconnect. Reconnecting. Why must we reconnect?
And you better bet.
Why do we have to reconnect? Why can't we reconnect?
He was sighted. And who cares if I might get a bad neck back or feet? Once the fire's ignited and you can't stand the heat, you'll probably be fired. Your things put on the street. You're one of 4 tires. Don't you dare leak. Since you're a spare before your first week, the care you require just makes you look weak. If you choose to speak, don't
Dude is bad. I just love listening to this dude.
just keep your
I swear. I think he just what he be doing.
son's hand solo, no motion.
This dude just good at what he be doing.
Come in tomorrow. I almost forgot
You know, I keep waiting for you guys. You know, tell me when I'm getting wrong. Provide me with some evidence. I can't think of all of the evidence I've provided you guys over the years. When you really think about like all of the different things I've shown you guys, all of the proof I've provided year after year after year, you know, I've forgotten more than you know. And I'm just, you know, what motivates you? What keeps you going? What am I lying about? Everything. You didn't hear? Come on, Matt. If anybody knows that, it's you. All I do is lie about everything I say. And I'm gay. Come in tomorrow. Why don't you go ahead and come in on Sunday, okay? Hey, look, we have a pedophile here, guys. Nothing, actually, can't get enough of your information and perspectives. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's a give and take, though. I want to hear from you guys just as much as you guys want to hear from me. But look, we have a pedophile here wanting pedophile Trump for 2028. Like, how can you be dumb enough to be like, yay, the guy with the megalomaniac dictator tendencies wants to, talking about a fourth term. He'll be like 83, 82 years old by the time 2028 comes around. Maybe even older. I'm not even actually sure his age right now. But he's old as shit. He's clearly like falling asleep all the time. Oh, yeah. Well, Denny, how do you like your dudes to look, Denny? How do you prefer dudes to look? Do you like dudes with short hair, Denny? Do you like dudes with a clean face so it doesn't like so it doesn't get your face all prickly when you're kissing them? How do you prefer your dudes? What do you prefer your dudes to look like? You like them lighter skinned, darker skinned? I bet you like them muscly, don't you? Right? You like big muscly men to hold you in their arms so you can feel secure? Come on, Denny. Tell us how a dude has to look before you can actually use your brain and engage in any sort of intelligent conversation. What's going on here? What are you doing, lady?
Why do you care if anybody else works? Especially when most jobs can be done better by machines.
You look like a scrub liberal. Yeah, you know, all those liberties. Gotta hate those liberties. But again, what do you like your dudes to look like, Denny? Come on, be more honest. You like a caveman? Is that what you like? Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not one to judge, dude. Whatever shit you're into. I think a lot of times if people like you were more honest with who they are, you might not be such a weirdo, you know? Yeah, oh, you're a pedophile too? That's not a surprise. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I would imagine people like you have all kinds of shit on their internet, shit on their phone that they wouldn't want people to see. Yeah. Makes sense. You know, you support a pedo. Who else supports a pedo but other pedos? Pretty simple shit, man. Need to brush my teeth. Yep, all those things. So how do you like your dudes to look? Why don't you give us, instead of criticizing me, why don't you tell us exactly how you like dudes to look? Are you not articulate enough? Are you not intelligent enough to just be honest? I am a walking man. Thank you, Trump. I will be owning an extra. Bet you will. I bet you're working really hard. That's why you're on YouTube right now, talking about how you like dudes. Gotcha. If you're gonna go on a live stream, have some respect to look professional. Oh, you're saying I should put on a suit and tie? You like dudes that have on suit and ties? Is that what you're saying? Come on, dude. I can't keep pulling your teeth like this. Why don't you just be honest about who you are and then tell us the truth, man? Nobody's gonna judge you. Well, a lot of your Trump friends will judge you. But I love when people do this shit, because again, it's like you could pick any one thing that I'm getting wrong and address it, but you can't. You can't even stand up for your own dumbass beliefs. Oh yeah, because of Trump. Yeah, because we all believe you. Clearly you're working hard right now. Oh man, cat lady. All right. Ooh. So just chill for a hot second here.
That's it. Thanks, Janice. I hate black people. I hate white people too. See, I'm biracial. I have every excuse to abuse every use this world can produce, and I do. Yet I don't boo-hoo, constantly crying, blaming who's who, and always denying. I'm talking to you. Anyone who thinks I should feel bad for them. The one whose stem is rotten so their tree can't blossom. Or all burnt, but that's not their problem. Bush involved, and they had no choice. I'm only one voice, I can't make a difference. Keep preaching your ignorance, and I bet you're right.
You are
Let's
right.
talk of flight, spite, everything that's wrong with life. Let's concentrate our energy on making you just like me. And him, we're three peas in a pod. Let's believe in one God and how angry he is. Let's take all our gifts and throw them away, complaining how cruel and unfair the world plays. Let's all stay inside, smoke crack and make babies, then say how the government pulled a gun out and made me. Let's talk of maybes and how slavery exists. Let's all just say things, ignorant bliss. Let's marinate on the past and keep the cast high. Let's make lots of bad headlines. Let's lower the bar. Let's talk of scars. Let's keep separated. Let's keep it debated so it's never negated. Let's invade if you're weak. Make friends if you're strong. Let's change their beliefs. Let's right all their wrong. Follow along. See, this way we don't have to work on ourselves. As one people, humans, equal. Think of this sequence. Hasn't this steeple been up long enough? Times are tough for everybody. Racism's alive because of our thoughts. We keep it in stride. We offer the offering. Coughing on the same polluted air. That's what's not fair. Not color of hair, skin, eyes. Not judged than the judge who lives in our skies. We all cry the same. As pawns in this game, are you just going to play or will you take the reins? I'm just saying. Everyone's so concerned with preserving their history, the brother and sister thing seems to be gone. But on a funny note, I'll solve your mystery. Drum roll, please. In the future, everyone looks just like me.
the oils. The gold and then the oils. There's gold and gold and gold and then the oils. There's gold and gold and gold and gold and gold and then the oil.
A lot of us do a lot of complaining. We do it so much, it sucks are amazing. Each time we say things like what if or can't, it's like we're replacing our lips with our hands. But this is the chance to take something back. A gift in the plants can make an impact on more than your stacks, but your health and well-being. Fixing the cracks starts at the beginning, back when we were living, respecting the mother, before things were spinning, when we called ourselves brother. The earth is the lover, the giver of life. She's so full of wonder and answers and light, and all of the rights when stuck with what's left, like bathing in light or on-guard beadlets. Immortal and yet she can be deep blue. Her balance is set, her focus in tune. Clearly calm I consume and breathe her HD clear. My digestion includes aroma touch on my beer. The cart we all steer could use an assist, like blending our tears with citrus bliss. One glorious sniff and you'll start to feel better. A natural lift when under the weather. I came in like whatever, but now I believe, and I'm pretty clever like you're going to see. See, once you agree, you'll know why it's unfair. The good words in our speech don't rhyme with doTERRA.
There's gold and gold, gold and gold and gold and gold and then the oils.
Imagine you could fly or swim into forever with the man inside the sky. Bless you any better than giving you a tether while keeping you alive? Would you still read every letter, or would you simply rather fly? So you call yourself an animal lover. Well, I call you a dick. Like putting on a standard rubber, it seems I just don't fit in with all the pranks, insanely pointing fingers. They're proving mostly tricks you treats reside within the scriptures, but it's used to paint their pictures. The foolish justify the treatment of their brothers and sisters, just like they crucify anything supplied that fights against their current. Swimming in their lies, they cry they don't deserve it when someone points out purpose and calls out their hypocrisy. What most consider murder, the privileged call necessity. The rest of us see a fraudulent show as the press you trust feeds, yet doesn't expose how yes should be no in so many arenas. The message below the line show a penis sticking the sheep with the thought it's okay, you just need to claim Jesus told you to pray, told you to pray. Imagine you could fly or swim into forever with the man inside the sky. Bless you any better than giving you a tether while keeping you alive? Would you still read every letter, or would you simply rather fly? So by now you're like, wow, what about the animals? You're having a cow and I just can't handle full-on sessions with Hannibal. I'm like barely Clarice. And you break me with your mandible. We're clearly stupid sheep, preventing the sleep, decreasing us all. This sentient being is seizing the law right by the balls and dunking profusely. Eminem's curtain call left the marshal excusing the criminals using the loopholes they find to boo the same movie they're watching behind the doors of the blind, who choose not to see. Having pets isn't kind, it's cute cruelty. Aloof, can't see, stupid at best, but their naivety's no excuse to accept the fact birds are kept in some tiny ass cage. This human infection's a biblical plague. Imagine you could fly or swim into forever with the man inside the sky. Bless you any better than giving you a tether while keeping you alive? Would you still read every letter, or would you simply But Fruit Loops were made from milk, not water. Just like the daddy-daughter dances, really weird. Some animals are food to slaughter, yet pets are more revered than a veteran who for years has been living on the streets. I hope your alligator tears trip and crack your leather seats. You drive an H2 like it's free, yet you can't even spare a penny. You scrape them off your feet while you enjoy your good and plenty. These jolly G.I. Joes are many marks who get passed over, but mice are nice and dandy until they're considered rodents. Then we'll use corrosive, toxic death protectant, our garden full of roses so our neighbors think the best things. We'll say it's worth investing in a descendant of a lion, then we don't allow them catching the prey your God provides them. In memory of Theo Sullivan, a giant among men.
What if the switch flips, then you're done? What if nothing exists? You exit, then you're numb. What if you're dumb, foolishly thinking the next time you come, you won't do so much drinking? What if the linking is one time only? Would you still be sinking, following holy, roly-poly clergy people, bowing, cowering to sturdy steeples, made to bleed you of all you are? Would you still reach for heaven if it only held stars? Would you rot in a bar and wait to be high if you knew from the start there is only one try? Would you just sit and cry thinking that Jesus died and stayed dead? Would you still suck his penis? Would you be a genius believing in you? Would death make you so squeamish if that's just what we do? No continue, no more quarters, bone and sinew reduced to short orders? What if our reuse is the best fertilizer, locked up in coffins with air sanitizer? What if the prize you're thinking you're getting is just one wild ride, a blur where you're sitting? What if you're betting the next time around you'll have much better betting when you lay on the ground? You'll no longer frown, move from your town, you'll change your whole setting, netting you mounds of cash. Your crown will last like pounds of fat on the ass of your mom smashing down. You'll bask in the sound of constant applause. You'll be a what, not a never was. What if because you're just waiting to die, a life full of love just passes by?
The less cool Corey said on TV how the worst Hollywood story's the one we don't see. Like 1, 2, 3. He spelled it out slow. The host was uneasy since he's in the know. But believe it or don't, or just watch the tape. The screams are no show. Those children are raped, gaped, dismantled, tortured, destroyed. Their fate's in the hands of those who employ horrible ploys to foil kids' plans, like Vernon did Roy. Detroit understands. Exploiting command, they always demand more. Their atlas is brand, they stand on the poor. Their tantrums implore you ignore what they do. The advantage is war, the score's nothing new. But like a whore on the move, I'll buy their belief. When the born again's prove the screws in the feet. I'm just not into schoolgirls. Give me a big fat woman. You're feeding the cruel world, thinking it's a good one. For little girls with hair in curls to serve their bowl of pudding. Giving pearls, you bitter squirrels, say word when you know you shouldn't. People often ask me why I'm so obsessed with children being happy, having never had fun sex. Quick to change the subject like you want to jump this track, but if you think that you're disgusted, let's just bring you back to a day when all the grass in whoever's yard was greener, when you giggled at an ass and laughed at a bajinger, when to smell somebody's finger meant you probably smell poop, when your ignorance was king and your unripened sexual fruit was more like a scoop of unplanted seeds, when you didn't need proof for Santa's good deeds, back when the weeds and grass were different. Way before Meets Mill put the focus on pigment. Innocent. Remember that feeling? Now imagine you're bent over and bleeding, crying and pleading. The weakling you trusted to stop. You were kneeling because he said you were busted. I'm just not into schoolgirls. Give me a big fat woman. You're feeding the cruel world, thinking it's a good one. For little girls with hair in curls to serve their bowl of pudding. Giving pearls, you bitter squirrels, say word when you know you shouldn't. It's everywhere you look. It saturates pop culture. The eagle is a crook who should be looked at like a vulture. What is the vote for? Why is there so much protection for the monsters at fault? You're asking the wrong question, neglecting to mention the Holly weird past. Like how even Chris Hansen is given the shaft when children are passed, like the Dochi or Fufu. It goes beyond sad, the emojis frown twofold, but the old silver screens hold the darkest of secrets. Like the westerns whose scenes show our racist beliefs, it's not for the squeamish, but the truth seldom is. While they feed you your Jesus, they prey on your kids. The faces they lift are ageless in scope. I say this as a gift. With knowledge comes hope. At the end of your rope, you'll find new beginning. But when truth is controlled, the lie's always spinning.
Wow, that was interesting. Oh, you guys are still here? It's amazing.
Give me a big fat woman.
Wow, that was awesome.
You're feeding the cruel world, thinking it's a good one.
For little girls with hair and curls to serve their bowl of pudding. Wow, I was kind of worried that this wasn't going to be what I thought it was going to be. You should have seen this guy's house. This guy had so much cool shit in his house. He had like all these autographed pictures of like famous people and shit. Oh, it was so cool. I'm sure there's a bunch of Israeli Mossad agents here. In Israeli bots and, you know, disgusting things that have to do with the most disgusting, horrible people in the world. Oh my God, I'm so excited about what I just got.
To Bohemian Grove, exposing the whole. Everyone knows that Bohemian Grove is where leaders are chosen to lead.
But if you see the show at Bohemian Grove, just know that we all believe to go with the flow at Bohemian Grove. You've begged for a load from your knees. Ooh, baby.
I watched the sky get torn apart
For the 4th of 7 days.
knowing that my morning heart is.
Look at these fucking people.
Attention.
Mega! Because you're a big pedophile, aren't ya?
I try to be
Aren't ya? You a pedophile piece of shit, aren't ya?
believes that all is hopeless.
You fucking pedophiles are just disgusting.
Stop feeling dopes and absent the choice.
You're embarrassing. It's so embarrassing how stupid you people are. You're defending pedophiles. You're defending white people being shot in the streets. Yeah, I think you're the real thing.
And the thought she was whoring never came up. I think by morning he'd say enough. Nobody's stuff is so amazingly good. It's worth all the gut of bone and dry wood. Coupled with should have run for your life. Anyone would have gotten the knife to exit their wife for selling such shit. So why buy the white stripes like elephants forget? It's all
Why buy the white stripes like elephants forget? Oh, shit!
it continues to spill right in plain sight.
Shit is so far above your pay grade.
At night, pretending their white knowledge is back.
Oh, he won't. He's scared. Scared of what? You dumb friars? What are you gonna say? Go ahead, justify how it's okay that you suck on baby dicks. Let's hear that. Let's hear that. Let's hear why it's okay that you commit genocide. Let's hear why it's okay that you have this consistent problem, this unbelievable bullshit of you raping children, raping your own children. Let's talk about that part. And the best part is that your own people told on you. It's not even like it's some Goyim said it, anti-Semitism, Goyim, yeah. That's not how the shit works. Your dumbass people said it. Oh man. Bro, impregnated with young children. Yep. Fascinated with protecting children, unlike the friars, who are fascinated with raping them. It's all part of their transcendent rituals and their redemption rituals. Like, that's, you got to understand that. And until you're willing to address the truth, nothing I do even comes close to what your disgusting pedophile cult does on a regular basis. To your own fucking children. It's not even like you're doing it to for some power play or something like that against a different. This is against your own fucking children. This is what you pieces of shit do. It's completely irrational. It's completely insane.
Can't keep track of where it's traveling. Look at my heart. My heart's so good.
You're the only one that's understood.
I come along, but I don't know where you're
What are you talking about? Look at this shit. Just crybaby dumb shit.
dragging, shaking me.
How come you don't see a large movement of Jewish people condemning the circumcision rituals along with the transcendence rituals and the redemption rituals? How come there's not a huge population of Jewish advocates for the Jewish children? We know they're not going to advocate for other children, but Jesus Christ, where are the advocates for the Jewish children? They're literally the worst people in the world.
Perfect drug. You make me hard when I'm all soft inside. I see the truth when I'm all stupid-eyed. The arrow goes straight through my heart. Without you, everything just falls apart. My blood just wants to say hello to you. My fear is warm to get inside of you. My soul is so afraid to realize how very little bit is left of me. Take me with you. Take you. Without you, everything falls apart. Without you, it's not as much fun to pick up the pieces. Take me with you. Take me with you. You are the perfect drug. The perfect drug. I'm done.
God, he's such a genius.
Without you, it's not as much fun to pick up the pieces. Take me with you. It's not as much fun to pick up the pieces. Take me with you. Take me with you. TBT. And I am grateful. Very, very grateful.
God, he's so good.
When you're not supposed to pay attention, attention must be given. The past you're not allowed to mention, mentions the time we live in. When best intentions tend to lead to lesson comprehension, then lessons read as death beliefs, the rest suppresses question.
Whoa!
My mate insists I'm racist for how I view the Jews. But Judaism's not a race, it's something that you choose. They misconstrue the truth, confused like everyone else, who's screwed into the news, proving ignorance of self. They stole all the wealth, we knowingly joke, but when you tighten the belt, poke under the cloak, you expose all the holes we're told to ignore. Like who's in control, who holds the high score, who enjoys nothing more than the mutilation show, as tradition implores the rabbi to blow. Who's damning the flow of Islamic tolerance, whose mercy is known to be less than obvious, who inflates how the dollar spends, and God, do you trust them? And would you still deny common sense if the feds' heads were all Muslim? When you're not supposed to pay attention, attention must be given. The past you're not allowed to mention, mentions the time we live in. When best intentions tend to lead to lesson comprehension, then lessons read as death beliefs, the rest suppresses question. If winners write the history, then losers barely know it. The answers to the mystery repair, they're so explosive. Like Mary said to Joseph, I swear my lies are true, and if you shift your focus, God will murder you. The words they use are kinda slick. It's not Hebrew, it's Yiddish script. A treatless trick like Halloween's, a pagan trip to seem like a scene of endless joy. Like Christmas screams, expensive toys. You senseless goy, refusing to see the extent of the poison employed in belief. Like oil on seeds or Cain without Abel. The royals are freaks who eat off our table. We're horses in stables, our owners aren't rivals. That's why the Jew fable begins every Bible. You're not supposed to pay attention, attention must be given. The past you're not allowed to mention, mentions the time we live in. When best intentions tend to lead to lesson comprehension, then lessons read as death beliefs, the rest suppresses question. I'm no racist, but I am against the fantasy that commands I sit and take it. No chosen plan stands over me. I don't believe in rabbit feet. I see things as they are. I question the gilded canopy handling the stars. Handed these cards, I fold. It's pathetic. Hold on to your shards. I know that Semitic is a weapon embedded in the minds that don't know, so that anti-Semitic can be brilliantly thrown at anyone shown to not buy the lie. But your mind will be blown when you read between lines. Semitism's defined as showing the Jews favor. We walk a fine line, proving to be tailored for Jews who won't say more than truth isn't true. Refusing to change form, they worship the Talmud. But for those who remove those supremacist beliefs, your freedom includes a Passover, my feast. Supposed to pay attention, attention must be given. The past you're not allowed to mention, mentions the time we live in. When best intentions tend to lead to lesson comprehension, then lessons read as death beliefs, the rest suppresses question.
Anything. You don't do anything this cool. You could cry all you want. You do nothing this cool. Sorry. You ride around listening to your shit. Let's see you ride around listening to your own shit. Oh, you'll like this.
This time, we're gonna do a song that's not so important, but sure is a lot of fun. We just like doing songs we're not supposed to do. Enjoy. Blame it all on my roots when I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show. I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain.
Oh, look. The fake-ass preacher pedophile's here, the priest who doesn't know his own shit. Look at Saint Andrew. Good old Saint Andrew. The dumbass.
I'll be okay. Now, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. Cause I've got friends in low places. Now I guess I was wrong, I just don't belong. But then, I've been there before. Everything's alright, I'll just say goodnight. I'll show myself to the door. Now I didn't mean to to cause a big scene. Just give me an hour and then I'll be as high as that ivory tower you have been living in. Here chases my blues, I'll be okay. Now I'm not big on social issues. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis, 'cause I've got friends in low places. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis, 'cause I got friends in low places.
Oh, here we go. Let's see what's next. I don't even know. Oh, this song's amazing. It's going back.
2016 cleaned my clock. My season stock say crock to McDonald's. I'm Jerry O'Connell and next year's Rebecca. Almost to Mecca, I respect the rear view. The lens I appear through steers true in its course. A mirror of sorts, pointing out my shortcomings. Aborted while running, my feet hit the ground. Sounding like thunder, having sex with a dinosaur. I might be poor, but it sure won't last long. The past is wrong and won't be repeated. I don't need to be needed, but believe it is true. My people agree with the seeds that I shoot. It's easily proof my truth's universal. That's why the reversal of fortune is nigh. No exports from the sky, no sly lucky charm. This is my farm, my barn, my roost. 17's fruits, shoots start here. A tumultuous year, but clearly necessary. There's less than barely a chance I will fail. I hope 17's wary, my check's in the mail.
This is back when we had
Happy New Year. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye and good riddance. But thank you for everything you have done. Without the seeds planted in 2016, 2017 wouldn't grow into the fabulous year it's going to be.
Oh, so optimistic and young. I had no idea the nutcase I had coming. Especially not that COVID bullshit. God, Charles is so good. You know, you want it to be hip hop so it can fit on the radio, but he makes it so much better than hip hop.
I saw a rainbow door, and now it's painted orange. No colors anymore. That motherfucker's orange!
Now that the show is over and the cameras have moved on, can we pretend we're finally sober and see what's really wrong? They pass the Grey Poupon while we barely cut the mustard. Paid with fake coupons, they then tell the Goy to trust words, delivered like a custard pie thrown in our face. Like Maury, it's as much turd as it's a dishonest mistake. Like how rockets work in space, it don't make no sense. But if big money goes away, then we're just left with pence. And what a great defense, it's me or it's that guy. No smart person's fence, even smoke is built that high. But who believes a simple magpie can beat an orange bald eagle? I can't wait until that fad dies. What's wrong with all you people? How do you sip free swill and still call it champagne? To them it's a cheap thrill, spilling all the pain. We beg them to maintain while eating what they serve. We say thank you and we blame our unfair just desserts on all of the hard work we put into their plan. Their fake TV show birth a stain upon the land. The Goy won't understand until we see it the next time. We're underneath the fan, the hits felt down the line, where the cattle Goyim find themselves inside the camps. These actors read their lines, their cans are just our cants. The elaborate revamp hides the broken foundation. If they dim all the lamps and provide a space station, we won't see the invasion rewritten by history. But who of us sees a play and who accepts the delivery? Surrounded by killer bees, you expect to be stung. These clowns only bring misery, their show isn't fun, but the graphics don't run without pre-production. The scripts are just one piece of the seduction, used as the MacGuffin advancing their plot. The drunker the mutton, the better the chop. Nothing says I'm innocent like blocked investigations. Nothing says we're giving in like accepting sanitation is what the greatest nation tells the Goy they're born to swallow. Epstein's lawyers are amazing. They gave the dump in Orange Tomorrow. Orange Tomorrow. Orange Tomorrow. They gave the dump in Orange Tomorrow.
So good! All you people pretending like you don't care, but you're sticking around to listen.
The only way they're smarter than us is how they unify. We always say our economy sucks, but no one's asking why. Do you secretly want to die because you want to go to heaven? Is your salvation in the sky? Do your all read 11? Is the fantasy your head's in one that isn't selfish? Do you see me as your brethren? Will you join me in my rebellious behavior that will help us finally win the war? If you advocate for wellness, you're fighting for the cure. It's us versus us, not us versus them. The struggle's so rough, I'll say it again. It's us versus us, not us versus them. Once we've had enough, their supremacy ends. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. The struggle's so rough that I'll say it again. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. When the Goyim erupt, the quarantine ends. The home is where it starts. Who's daddy's favorite team? As kids we feel our parts to live our parents' dream. And when they lose their minds and scream in a way we wish we could at a television screen, we're programmed, it's all good. As long as it's your hood, you're allowed to act a fool. It's almost like you should, when at war, not keep your cool. But if you jump into a pool just because you're told to do it, you can't complain from crybaby school when you're wet and feeling stupid.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's us versus us, not us versus them. Once we've had enough, their supremacy ends. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. The struggle's so rough that I'll
it again. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. When the Goyim erupt, the quarantine ends. So since we've all been trained to have the simple minds of soldiers, it's time we commandeer the plane before we crash and smolder. We're only getting older. Our wisdom teeth are cold, but we're the rocks that move the boulders. Since the avalanche of full resistance is the bull in its secret china shop. This sickness is the call until the Goyim scream, it's time to stop. The chosen will remain on top, their pyramids a scheme. And our revolution includes the cops. We're on the same Goy team. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. The struggle's so rough that I'll say it again. I said it's us versus us, not us versus them. When the Goyim erupt, the quarantine ends. Hashtag Trump virus. You know. Trump. TBG. ILY. Well, WLY. TBG. Remix, mix, 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 mix. The way we see it, if name hook to draw you into their nonsense. Weinstein didn't kill himself. No, Weinstein didn't kill himself. I might be thinking someone else, but Weinstein's gonna kill himself. Weinstein and his failing health are just another story dealt, making sure the folly's felt, since Weinstein's gonna kill himself. Imagine you're some girl. Your world is your small town. Your prom gown's your future wedding dress. The amount of stress is best addressed by professionals. Yet the infectious pull to not be your mother smothers your brother's need for you to stay. So on your way, you what the hey, your pretty face chasing the sun as it sets. Hedging your bets, you step to the plate, not knowing how fate can make you a switch hitter. Spitters are quitters, and Mr. Sister, the bitter won't taste the sweet, sweet fame. Weinstein didn't kill himself. No, Weinstein didn't kill himself. I might be thinking someone else, but Weinstein's gonna kill himself. Weinstein and his failing health are just another story dealt, making sure the folly's felt, since Weinstein's gonna kill himself. So you were hot shit back home, a well-known 10. Someone that roses are red, violet was crazy. And since your wonderful head is nowhere near lazy, you always amaze me. I'm forever too soon. To most you're a lady, but in the bedroom you bring the kaboom and shake my foundations. The dirtiest broom, your sweeping sensations, a welcome invasion, replacing my fear. Your terrapin station deadens the weird issues that shear off most people's wings. Then their miscues appear in the sequels who bring all of these things completely full circle. But my rose in your violet sings beautiful purple. You're Laura, I'm Urkel, it rhymes and it's true. My heart's on my shirt, pull my sleeve into you. Since I savor the proof in your delectable pudding, I'm digging your roots, your Cuba's so gooding. I'm losing my footing while you knock off my
The options you're putting on me ups my stock. And as the hands of the clock don't even seem to touch you, you're a chicken, I'm a cock. You're great and you suck too. The walls that you bust through are what's held me back. I love you so much, do nothing but ask, and I will attack the problem head on. We could live in a shack with everything gone, and everything wrong just wouldn't matter. When you come along, your song is the answer to all of the cancer life constantly offers. The patterns you shatter open the coffer, holding the pauper you wear full of pride. My heart's quickly softer once I'm inside the incredible ride that our life is together. My jackpot is high and you pull the best lever. Angel A, song won't do you justice to take my pain away. You're the only one I trusted, and then there came the day to avenge what you're disgusted by. My Angel A, song is all I have.
Skip.
Not sorry to burst your bubble, but the black boat doesn't matter. And truthishly, I'm hopeful that if we finally shatter the illusion and the banter, then the promised change will come. But until then, the chosen cancer takes advantage of the dumb. Goyim just for fun, since we barely even fight. Their propaganda keeps us numb, oblivious to the plight. While the thief comes day or night, we don't even lock the door. And when we finally see what isn't right, we blindly vote for more. Propaganda like the black vote and the black community are so much like a black hole that they suck the energy from every planted seed. Since voting's an illusion, no one protests who commands these things, lost in planned black confusion. Real quick. Let me ask you this. If I had gotten busted selling and manufacturing methamphetamines within 4 school districts, would you accept the fact that I got no jail time? Would you? Would you really? I doubt it. Doofus is calling, Doofus is calling. Doofus is calling, Doofus is calling. I can never say thank you enough. You know not what you mean to me. Though I've dealt with the likes of Keiko and such, these robots come so frequently. You think they love my frequency, while they constantly promise they don't. They're hoping that the meat can't see they will all of our won'ts. But you're the antidote. You help cure their disease. Sharing my witty anecdotes will rise up from our knees. But I only plant the seeds. It's you who makes them grow. I do just another nothing feed if you choose not to show. See, if you don't make it go, it only goes nowhere. Bro, stop saying bro. Dysfunction's like mohair. And I know I always go there, but that suit no longer suits me. I'm a modern day Voltaire. I see religion as a movie that we should all profusely demand is kept from children. How do you not see how obtusely they shape the world we build when everyone is killed? Then who's left might pay attention when the scripts won't be refilled. Then we're locked in the detention camps they always mention when the latest virus hits. That's when they best inventions for themselves, yet little trickle out as gifts given by the gods. They sell us their spaceships and the marks just watch and nod. But you break from the pod, you do what you're not supposed to. You are not retard who's now happier than the herd who always catch the bird flu since they're weak just like their mind. They don't focus on the words, but you fight choosing being blind. And since I ask you all the time to please think for yourself, you find it more than out of line that the doofus wasn't dealt a hand so often felt by those not in the system. I'd say it's time for Dad to grab the belt, but I think he likes the Pistons. And anyone with visions that's a knock on being gay, you lack
the proper wisdom to see the 50 shades of gray. Always on display, it's almost never black and white, but he'd be happy in a way that he'd no longer need to fight. So what? He lacks the height and has the shoes too small to fill. If he accepted himself, he might no longer get the thrill forever trying to spill the milk he always cries for. I'm sorry, dude, just chill. Not everyone's first prize. You're not the biggest geyser, but there are many in the park. You don't need to be a liar since you say I'm in the dark. If I'm really just another mark, then why would you want to be transformed by my all-spark? Your deceptive cons demean how you're forever seen. But since you claim that I am crazy, why won't you simply be the queen instead of acting like such a baby? I'm screaming, yay, there's a song about you. Hooray, but you're still a clown shoe. Yay, there's a song about you. Hooray, but you're still a clown shoe. Yay, there's a song about you. Hooray, but you're still a clown shoe. Yay, now there's a song about you. Hooray, too bad you're still a clown shoe.
So good.
Haters gon' hate. Haters gon' hate. They keep calling me. Keep on calling me.
Best one.
If you can prove God isn't working through me, then I'll believe it's real. From my woolly hair and big bronzy feet to my hatred of Israel. If you can pass over my meal, denying my confirmation, I swear to God I will repeal my devilish condemnation. Just look at my beautiful face and tell me I'm not heaven sent. And me not believing in spaceman fits in with the firmament tent. You deny since you are hell-bent on insisting the earth is a globe. And like giving up breathing for Lent, well, I hope this makes your head explode. Prove God's not a TBG fan. Prove it doesn't want you sharing this song. Prove that Guy Williams isn't the man that your God's using to prove you wrong. Prove the fit hitting the sham doesn't prove that your God is pissed. If you can prove I'm not God's plan, then I'll say that's proof it exists. What proof do you have God doesn't hate all religion? Telling you you're born bad and that you need to be forgiven by those who think circumcision keeps God from destroying the earth. Constantly caught raping children, you let them tell you your worth. But how can you be sure that your God's a big fan of Israel's psychotic work or America bombing Japan? Does your God hate Iran? And how do you know? Can you prove that God's plan's not the TBG show? Prove God's not a TBG fan. Prove it doesn't want you sharing this song. Prove that Guy Williams isn't the man that your God's using to prove you wrong. Prove the fit in the shan doesn't prove that your God is pissed. If you can prove I'm not your God's plan, then I'll say that's proof it exists. Catholics, Christians, Jews, and Scientologists, all the African nonsense you don't know exists. All the focus this system demands. Horse-sized locusts with the face of a man. Can you prove that the hand of God isn't raining? These lyrics commanding the thunder and lightning you're finding so frightening, you're cursing and mad. These were enlightening you on your sky. Prove God's not a TBG
fan. Prove it doesn't want you sharing this song. Prove that Guy Williams isn't the man that your God's using to prove you wrong. Prove the fit hitting the shan doesn't prove that your God is pissed. If you can prove I'm not your God's plan, then I'll say that's proof it exists. Oh. Hey, Bubba. Hey there, Bubba. All right, so it's here. Yeah. Why don't you open it up? See for yourself. Something tells me we're gonna have to clean up a bunch of poop.
Gimme.
I think you're at yourself. You might as well turn off the game.
No.
You might as well turn off the game.
Yeah.
No, you're going to.
No.
Trust me. Trust me when I tell you you're going to. This bonehead cannot get through this simple box.
No way.
Want to turn the game off?
I'm just done.
Yeah, you might want to go see what came. Anyway, I'm going to bounce. You guys have yourself a great day. Pedophiles, you kill yourself.